Hi there, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and in this reading, in this video, I'm doing a reading for Capricorn. This series, I'm using the Tattoo Tarot by Megamunden, and then this is the Broken Mirror Tarot by Vermilion, and then I enjoyed using oracle cards in my last series. I brought in another oracle deck, and this is called the Jade Oracle by Veronica Iglesias. The artwork is done by Ramona Snow Theo, or Teo. I don't know if it's Teo or Theo. I guess it's whatever you want to say, right? So we are going to start out by smudging the deck and the area. Let me get this Palo Santo going. It takes a little bit to get it going here. So if you like this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and if you'd like to be notified whenever I post more videos, you can subscribe. Also, I do appreciate any and all comments, and I respond to them. I actually have found that I like interacting with people on YouTube now that I've started my channel, and I have started talking to others in regards to my videos and whatever. I have started posting on other people's videos, and it's kind of nice to get a little bit of a dialogue going. So, if you feel inclined, go ahead and leave a comment. All right, let's get started for Capricorn. Capricorn, if this reading is not quite matching the situation that you're currently in, try the reading for your moon sign or your rising sign. You can also check out your sidereal signs as well. Those signs are usually different. Sidereal uses the true sky, the true sizes of the constellation. So Scorpio is a small constellation, and Virgo is a pretty big one. So as a matter of fact, in sidereal, the eclipse happened in Virgo, not in Libra. So just FYI. Okay. All right. Here we go for Capricorn. Let's see what we have for you. Ace of Coins in reverse, Earth energy. The Fool. Okay, that's our major arcana, and the Fool is Uranus energy, which is air. And then we have the Seven of Cups, which is water energy, and that's in reverse. So it's interesting that we have these two on the side in reverse. So the Fool is a card of new, fresh horizons, you know, that kind of like teenager energy where the world is at your fingertips and you haven't quite experienced life yet. But at the same time, because you haven't experienced much, there's just so many possibilities out there for you. And because you don't have responsibilities, you don't have, children, you don't have a mortgage, you're a little bit more free in what you can do. You can be a little bit naive, but that's okay. That is something that is needed so that we can go out there and experience. And life is all about learning. Life is going through trials and tribulations and learning from them and moving forward. And so it's okay to have this young energy, and like I said, it's much needed, especially when you're trying out, you're going for or doing new things. You don't want to be like jaded, as one would say. With the Ace of Coins here, I'm feeling like there might be a lack of resources for you, or your resources may be held up or not being used properly. And then we have the Seven of Cups over here. So this is water, emotions, and so the seven is usually, this is a Marseille deck, and I kind of lean towards Marseille reading style. And so I'm getting like a Well, I'm not quite sure exactly here. Even though it is Marseille style with the Fool here, it's kind of pulling in that energy of fantasy, you know. Maybe you might be kind of stuck in a fantasy world because the Fool is this young energy in which we can get caught up in fantasies as a younger child. Not a child, as inexperienced. We can kind of get caught up in something that may not be as real as we think it is, or may not be as true as we would like it to be. And so that's kind of what I'm getting here is perhaps there is something going on with the relationship, or the way that you're feeling about something, that might not be exactly what it appears to be. So we are going to use the Broken Mirror Tarot by Vermilion to dive a little bit deeper into this. And this deck shuffles like a dream. And I do love this blue here. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. This was a Kickstarter deck, and they are unfortunately sold out. I did a flip through, which I'll post below, of this deck, and I saw that they were sold out of this particular blue Marseille style deck. But they do have a new Kickstarter that's been launched, and they've got a new deck coming out. So if you're interested, I put that in the link of the video as well. Okay, so Ace of Coins. Let's see what we have for you. We've got the Page of Cups in reverse, more young energy. So this is water, and the pages are the younger, sort of novice type energy of the court cards. Oh, then we've got the Moon in reverse. Interesting. You know, I'm shooting to these two right here as being related. And that's our major arcana, if I didn't say that already. And then the Five of Cups. Okay, so water energy. Got lots of water energy here. Let's talk about the moon first. So the moon is in reverse. And the moon usually speaks of things that are hidden, things that need to be illuminated, things that are kind of in the dark, and that we're not completely aware of. And so the moon asks that you either realize that something is not the way that it seems, or shine some light on it and kind of, you know, fix it, work at it. And then we've got our two water here. The moon is also considered water. We've got what was I going to say? The moon is the Pisces card as well. Yes, that's what I was going to say. I'm still kind of recovering from this eclipse situation that I was experiencing. I had quite an experience with those energies. I did break a fast this morning, so I'm a little bit more grounded and kind of quote unquote back to earth. So with the Page of Cups in reverse and the Five of Cups, there is definitely some emotional turmoil that's going on, and it's like almost like you don't quite understand what's going on, or maybe you're not really focusing on it, or you're turning a blind eye towards it. And then also here with the moon in reverse, and this being our major energy, I'm getting a feeling that this moon is trying to alert you that there is something that is majorly hidden, that there is something that is just, you are just completely not seeing. And perhaps that is having some effect on your physical life here. You know, is it having an effect on your resources? Is it having an effect on getting you started on maybe on some kind of project? Is it stopping you from finding a job? Or, you know, I'm just kind of getting this feeling of complete illusion, I guess you could say. And And with this Five of Cups here, perhaps it has to deal with the heartbreak, you know, or perhaps you're kind of chasing some sort of love that isn't really there. It's not working for you. And that's the energy of the Page of Cups. He wants that love, you know, he seeks it out, and he kind of searches for it with kind of a reckless type of energy. And with him being in reverse, it's definitely reckless. He's not acting in the way his suit is all about, is the earth suit, right? Pages are earth of they're all earth, and then whatever suit that they're in, you know, they take on that extra element as well. So he's water of earth, and so he's supposed to be grounded, and he's supposed to be a little kind of aware of what's going on in his physical. Though he hasn't had a lot of experience, he still has that innate ability to be aware. So I'm just feeling like, Capricorn, that you are not looking at a situation the way it really is presenting itself. You're looking at it in a way that you want it to be. So let's get a read on this Fool card here. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, another major arcana. We've got the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Okay, I'm going to take a quick sip of water here. Okay, Capricorn. So the Wheel of Fortune, this card is about cycles. Things are always going to keep going. And it also tells us that things aren't always going to be bad, and they're not always going to be good. And it's just like a circular thing, and it's going to keep moving and moving and going and going. And with it being in reverse, it kind of feels like you might be stuck, or you have this feeling of stuckness, or you're being held up. And I want to say you're being held up by this situation here. We also have the Knight of Swords, which is, all the knights are action cards, right? They are action energies. They're all fire, but this is fire of air. Okay, so he is a quick acting, quick thinking knight. He makes a move really quickly. And I'm seeing almost that he's making his move very quickly. He's running towards this, if you can see how he's running towards this side over here, this illusion. And he's running with this feeling of emotion, of love, of new, of hope, and he's running with it towards this way. And on top of that, he is underneath this Fool card here, who kind of acts without really having that experience, without really having that without really understanding everything that he's getting into. And like I said, it's not a complete bad thing. It's just, it's a process, you know, it's a process that we all go through. And it's a learning process as well. And I think the major message here is going to be for you to open your eyes and see what's really going on, and not hide behind this fantasy, and not act on this this emotion, not you know, take it, not have it in your mind that you've got to do this. And the Wheel of Fortune is telling us that you're not gonna, that you're kind of stuck. You're kind of stuck in this mentality. That's what I'm feeling here. So two of our major arcanas down in this lower level is the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon, and they're both in reverse. So okay, so Seven of Cups in reverse. So we've got the Knight of Cups, another fire energy, fire of water. The Queen of Staves, which is Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is water of fire. Oh, that's interesting. They're opposites. Okay, and then we've got the Six of Coins. So, so what I see here is perhaps, let's see, hold on. So in regard to this fantasy situation, so this Knight of Cups here, he acts on his, so it's kind of similar to this energy in a way, but he is, this is a little bit more mental, which makes me kind of feel that your heart and your mind are kind of, you know, a little kind of on the same page and wanting to do the same thing. And then with this Knight of Cups over here, I'm getting the feeling that you, again, that you're acting like these two cards is similar to this one singular card, and you're acting on your emotions. You know, you're acting on this mirage that we have over here. And with the Queen of Staves, Queen of Wands, she, like I said, she is water of fire, and with her being in reverse, so she is naturally just a water being. She's very empathetic, she's very understanding, but at the same time, she is driven to do what is necessary to get something done, because she's that fire, right? She's almost to that king energy. And so she's that feminine energy of the fire suit. And what I'm seeing here is that it's because she's in reverse, this situation is not being looked at in an adult type manner, a manner in which she is secure in her emotions and she's secure in her actions. It's with her being in reverse, this energy is like you're living in this young type energy. You're not kind of graduating. So then we've got the Six of Coins here, which is good. I do see you coming out of this, but however, you've got to regroup here, and you've got to even this out. Basically, you've got to get some of this emotion out of it and get some more air into this. You can still be this explorer, this explorer of new horizons that lives within the Fool, and he is an air card, but you need to take some of this emotion out of what you're doing, and kind of open your eyes to what the reality actually is, and not look at it as a mirage. Okay. You've got to balance it out a little bit more, is what the Six is telling us. You've got to put a little bit more air energy, use a little bit more of that thought, that intelligence, right? Not just going and acting, you know, completely on emotion. I'm not saying that emotion is bad, but we need a balance of all things in order to have like a healthy life. We everything needs to be in balance. And I think I see that that's what this Six of Coins is telling you to do. Okay, Capricorn, let me let's draw an oracle card. This is the Jade Oracle, and it is based on the energies of Aztec peoples, the Mexica. We have some deities in here and other sacred energies. So these cards are written, the main title, oh, I picked it up. The main title is in Nahuatl, and then it has the English translation and the Spanish translation. So let me do one more shuffle for you, Capricorn. Let's do the knock. Okay, so what do we have for you? So we have the Lord and Lady of the Underworld. So this is Mitekwi. Okay, so my Nahuatl is not as good as it should be. So it's Micteka Sihuatl. And actually this TL is like a sound, and it's not a l. But like I said, my Nahuatl is not as good as it should be. So it's Miteka Sihuatl, and then Micantlecuitli. And I'm going to read what it says in the guidebook. All right. So, Micteca Sihuatl and Micantlecuitli rule over Mictlan, the underworld. They are often shown as a part skeleton and part flesh. There were a number of places that people went after death, but most went to Mictlan. The two are associated with the altars built to honor the ancestors. The lady and the lord of the underworld are there to welcome you at the end of your journey. They greet you, letting you know that it is time to rest. Their greeting signals the end of a cycle, stage, or a project, a moment when you can surrender. And I think that's good for what this reading is about. It's time for this cycle of over emotion, of just living within the fantasy. It's time for this cycle to end. And it's time for us to bring a little bit more of an adult, of a mature, I guess I should say, a mature energy to this situation. And the Queen of Staves is a good energy. While you still have this water, this feeling, but you need to act with more of a stately type intention, right? And I think that's going to even things out for you, and it's going to bring a lot more balance into your world. Okay, thanks for putting up with my Nawat. And thank you for staying and watching this whole reading. And if you liked it, hit the thumbs up button. And I hope to see you next video. Thank you and take care.